What's happening, guys? It's your boy, the Chevy Nerd, coming right back at you through the power of the internet. Hopefully you guys like that little meme I did with the Liver King on the last one. But that being said, part two, we're going to cover the interior of the Chevrolet Tahoe, so stay tuned for this episode. Let's get cracking. The brand new 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe is something else. When it comes to this vehicle, we're taking a look at a lot of luxury features, a lot of creature comforts, and we're also just looking at styling too. As you guys saw as we went through the outside of the car, it is one of those vehicles that just stands out, especially with this cherry red color that this Tahoe has, and the Z71 package. It really has that combination of colors when it comes to the kind of the black, more of the high gloss black as well towards the front. It just makes it really pop, and then you got that offset color within the cherry red. It just makes it stand out. You're going to be driving with this one, and everybody's going to see you, and they're going to be like, what the heck is that? And obviously, it's going to be the brand new 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe. Now, the cool thing is that a lot of the great things about Tahoe also from the exterior also come inside into the interior. We're going to be featuring quite a bit of luxury components, especially even at the entrance of the vehicle. When you guys get into the door, you're going to be greeted to a nice wood panel finish on the sides. You're also going to see greeted to things such as your commodities of memory seating, as well as the Bose audio system with quiet tuning. A lot of really great stuff with that. As you come into the interior, you're going to be greeted on this particular with leather upholstery, automatic seats, as well as in this particular model Z71 with this trim level, you're going to see automatic steering adjustment. So you're going to have your automatic column adjustment there to program with your memory seats as well. Plus a lot of great safety features such as lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind zone alerts, and things like that, as well as parking sensors on this. Now, due to current constraints when it comes to ordering new Tahoes, we were lucky to have this one. We ordered this one about 9 months ago, and it just arrived last week. Now, with the constraints and the chip shortage, it has really created kind of a limited amount of availability when it comes to ordering vehicles. So sometimes right now with allocations, what we're able to do is order certain styles with certain equipment, and sometimes not others. So we lucked out with this one because this one actually has the Z71, the true Z71 package with the adaptive ride control suspension, which allows you to control the suspension, lower it, heighten it, whatever you need to do to adjust. And what's really neat is that as you're driving, this particular vehicle adjusts itself automatically to get the best performance and fuel economy, and maximizing those aerodynamics. So really cool stuff with that. Now, when it comes to a couple other things such as creature comforts, you're going to be greeted to a lot of really cool stuff. So right off the bat on the steering wheel, you're going to have things like your heated steering wheel, a lot of your safety components, as well as easy access to a lot of your digital components like your cell phone, and a lot of things within Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Really, really cool stuff. Now, with this particular model, 2022s, they're introducing a new type of console or center console with the infotainment system, and this one's going to be a combination of both Chevrolet software and Google, which is brand new to the Chevrolet series and is only going to be available in 3 limited options in vehicles: the brand new 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe. You're also going to see it on the brand new with the new interiors and upgraded trim on the Silverado. So you're going to see those on the 2022 models and certain trim packages, as well as the brand new 6.2 liter engine ZR2 from Chevy. So really cool stuff there. Definitely something to keep an eye out. And as well, obviously being the sister vehicle or longer vehicle of the Tahoe, you're going to see those in the Suburban. So keep an eye on those. You're going to see the new infotainment system there too. Now, the cool thing about the new infotainment system is it's a combination of both Google and Chevy. So before, to get a lot of the great things that you had with, for example, Apple CarPlay, you had to connect your phone onto the system here. Now, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto work very similar together, but they're completely different software. General Motors chose to go with Google, and now is built into the software itself in the vehicle itself. So the cool thing is you no longer have to have your cell phone connected or paired up to use Android Auto application. It actually is already built into the car. And what makes this integration super simple is that now you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account, and that sign in on the Google account will allow you to access things such as maybe saved options when it comes to addresses that you might have in your contacts book. It'll also help you get a lot of the components for voice, the Google Voice Assistant, which if you wanted to send a text or if you wanted to search up a location via GPS, instead of having your phone on you or relying just on your phone, you can do it with just the vehicle on its own. Now, when it comes to that, there is a particular data plan that you'll have to have full access without relying on your phone, and that's going to be paired up through OnStar. But the cool thing about it is you're going to be able to try that out when it comes to the free month of OnStar, and for our customers that choose to do the auto enrollment for with the credit card or debit card, you'll be able to extend that to an additional 2 months to try it out. So you'll have that data plan on there so you can check out how it would function without having to use your phone and all the capabilities that it's going to have built in there. Now, after that plan, if you choose to just go with the Android Auto app, you can always rely on your phone with that easy connection or wireless connection with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and you'll be able to do it through the projection of your phone, which is another great way of doing things. Now, moving on to a couple other things, you're also going to see things such as equipped dual zone climate control zones, as well as you're going to see things like wireless charging for your cell phone, heated seats on this model. We're also presented with a new really cool feature, which is going to be this bad boy when it comes to safety, security, and storage. So why do I say safety and security? For a lot of people, if there's personal items that you like to go ahead and store and keep them private, there's going to be a hidden compartment that can be locked away through valet mode. So if anybody uses your vehicle, you can set it up for valet mode where this center console basically stays fixed and it doesn't allow you to access its secret components, which is really neat. So with this model, you can go ahead and move this particular center console, move it towards the back, pushing the 2 additional cup holders more to be more accessible to the rear seat, as well as showing an extra hidden compartment and increasing your storage for anybody driving up front, which is a really cool setup with this particular upgrade. Now, not all Tahoes have this, so depending on how you order your vehicle, this is an extra option that you can have with the hidden safe. Really cool. Now, going into a couple other things, we're also going to be set up with your camera system. The camera systems are super cool with the new model. You're going to be able to have the 360-degree surround view from top to bottom, so it gives you a really good angle on, making sure that as you're parking, you're within your lanes, giving you options for front and rear camera, as well as options when it comes to your towing connections. That one's a really cool setup too, because with your towing, you're able to line up your vehicle and connect straight to your hitch, and you'll be able to see the down view hitch view to make things a little bit more accessible. Really cool setup. A couple other things when it comes to that: if parking next to a curb or a sidewalk, whatever it is, you're going to have your curb view checks to check your front tires and also your rear tires as you're taking off, to make sure that we don't rub on that tire or possibly damage the wheel, which is another really cool, pretty sick feature. But other than that, the Tahoe is an amazing ride, not just for the drivers, but going on to the back seat, we're able to go ahead and take a look at the additional room that has been created thanks to the independent rear suspension that we were able to adapt onto the new models. So that increases room substantially. So the third row is actually something very usable. Now, the other thing when it comes to that is the middle row is no longer the fixed middle row that it used to be on the old models. On this model, you're able to adjust the seat forward and back, and as well as there's a super easy release to go ahead and raise up that third row, or sorry, that second row, bring it up and allow that easy entry to the third row for an adult, which makes things a huge game changer this year. Now, with the increase in space, an adult like myself being about 6'1", I'm able to fit in the third row and have plenty of leg room. So if I happen to get stuck in a long trip in the third row, it's not going to be the pain it used to be before. So hopefully you guys like this Tahoe. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of additional things from the outside, and we're going to cover a couple of the quirks and features for the rear hatch that I want you to take a look at. When it comes to the new Tahoe, we're actually seeing a substantial amount of changes in the back. Now, what I'm talking about here is an increased amount of room in this year's model. So let's take a look inside and see what it looks like this time around. All right, in the new model, we're actually going to see a substantial amount of room right towards the back. So in the previous model, one of the things that we've always seen is about that much space. So in this particular model, we're actually going further back than we did before, so quite a little bit more room, and gives you a little bit more usability while still having the third row up. Now the other cool thing is that they added an inverter towards the back, so you're able to go ahead and connect a power source back here for any of those camping accessories that you might need as you take your new Tahoe out. Now, a couple cool things about it too is that you have access to a couple of buttons here that allow you to either bring up the third row, bring it down, and also have access to the middle row to go ahead and allow your passengers to get in. So as soon as you're putting a lot of the cargo away, if you need to make room for the people up in the middle row, you can also do that. Now, a couple things too is you also have access to folding the third row from the front. So keep an eye on that too, because that is also another really cool feature that was added this year, or actually since the new remodels.
Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this video. I had a lot of fun making it. At this point, if you made it this far, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. All that fun stuff helps me out here at the channel. If you have any questions, always put them down in the comment section. I'll try to answer those for you. But until then, let's stay tuned to the next Chevy Nerd.